Well, good evening, wherever you are. Let me confirm you can hear me. On the comment section, just type there, you can hear me. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's get started tonight, and I would like to welcome all of you to this breakthrough challenge. This is something I've been looking forward to because my passion is always to help people improve the quality of their life and empower them with coaching skills as much as possible to make that possible. So we are getting into the breakthrough challenge. And as we get started, let me just see on the comment section, how was your day? How was your day? On the comment section, I can see people are still streaming in. Let me see, how was your day? Or should I ask, how was your year? Because you're coming to the end of the year, and that's why we have this challenge, so we can look into positioning ourselves for a better impact coming year. Let me see. Excellent. Emma, thank you so much. Thank you. How was your day? Let me see on the comment section. Great, great, great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, I'm waiting for you. My day was great and busy. Oh, Jose, good to see you, my friend. Amazing. Thank you so much. Good to see you. That is Coach Bridget. Thank you so much. Steven, mine was good, blessed. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Wangeshi. And happy to have all of you. We're going to have an amazing about 45 to 60 minutes of training here, where we are looking at the breakthrough challenge and how to stretch our capacity to unleash even more potential that God has given us. There is so much, so much, so much that we have that is yet to be unleashed. And I'm looking forward, if I can be of impact in helping you stretch your limits and be, as you know, manifest more in the coming year. So welcome to the breakthrough challenge. Welcome to the breakthrough challenge. Just to make sure I'm recording. Okay, great. So welcome. We are looking at how to manifest abundance into our lives. And this is the challenge. This is a challenge I want to give you. In fact, I'm looking to get together at least 24 devoted people that will make a commitment to changing their life in the next 1 year. And I'll be showing you how that would look like. Many people move from 1 year to another, and the story is the same year, if not worse than the year before. It becomes a story of becoming the same person over and over again and no change. Okay, most people want to create change in the beginning of the year, and then by March you drop everything and go back to familiar ground. And the reason is the way the human brain works. Okay, the human brain works with what is familiar. It always goes back to what is familiar to me, unless something new has expanded it, an action, a new thought, a new emotion, something, a place you've never been. And this is why Einstein says that you cannot create a new life with the same mind that created the old one. So we got to stretch a little bit, whether it's in terms of our actions or in terms of our emotions or in terms of our thoughts. But something must change for me to change. Something must change for you to change. Otherwise, you're going to have the same year over and over and over again. So I'm looking at how do we get there? How do we stretch our beliefs, our mindset, our emotions to a place of true manifestation, where we can create the life of our desire. And before we continue, let me ask on the comment section, what is the one area of your life that if you made a change, everything would change in your life? It could be your career, it could be your health, it could be your relationships. Let me see on the comment section, what is that one area, if you changed and made, magnificent change, every other area of your life would change. It can be your spirituality, it can be your money, it can be your relationships, it can be your mindset. Which is that one area that maybe you've been stuck in a loop over the years? It's the same results over and over again. Because usually the patterns I've seen is that we have these areas where we are so successful, and one area where we are stuck, where the patterns needs to be broken, where we need to really make the real change. What is that one area? Before we continue, I want you to keep that in your mind as we go. The one area where change is most needed in your life. Let me see, I'm curious. On the comment section. Meaningful relationships. Thank you so much. Yes, finances, Steve. Thank you so much. You can see the differences. There are some people here that are doing well in terms of finances, but relationship not so well. Intimacy, thank you so much. Mindset, thank you so much. Relationships, okay. My health. So you can see we are how many of us? About 17 people, and we have all these different key areas of life. If this, Lina, thank you, health, Wangeshi, my health. There's this one area that if I change this one, everything else will change. Caro, thank you so much. Mindset, yes. So you can see it's different for all of us. There's that one area, if you make a change, everything else would change. And I'll be sharing my story, so please pay attention. I don't like teaching things that are book stuff. I like to teach experience and things that have had an impact in my life. One of my commitments actually is to live my life from that place of authenticity. And I don't know if there's any change that ever happened without getting to that place where you are authentic and honest with yourself. I don't think so. And I don't remember any major change in my own life where I have made a shift, a landmark shift, where I wasn't truly so honest with myself. That place where you just peel off the mask and you face life as it is. You face your own life and you're ready to heal, to break free, to break through. That is how change happens. And change happens when you are not afraid to face yourself. And we are getting there. And so I want you to get ready to unlock your full potential. The one that God put in you. Of course, no one can put potential in anyone. Potential is God-given. But may I surprise you that majority of the human population will actually die without ever realizing what their potential was. Miles Monroe, the great coach, the late, said that the richest place on the planet is the graveyard, because the graveyard is the home of dreams, where visions, because of fear, because of uncertainty, because of a small thinking, we bury dreams. We bury the dream to write, the dream to speak, the dream to coach, the dream to lead, and the dream to be the person you're born to be. We bury it because of all that uncertainties, the fears, and because of the patterns that we find ourselves repeating over and over again. And be looking at, how do we break these patterns? How do we break them? Okay. So let me just share the belief cycle and how we get ourselves sometimes stuck. And allow me to remove my video here so we can see the content. Okay, great. So we have the belief cycle. It's a 4-step process that tells us how to unleash our potential. And you can see where we get it wrong most of the time when we find ourselves stuck in a pattern. a pattern of non-performance, or a pattern of living a life below our God-given potential. So the first thing that I would like you to realize is potential. So let's begin from potential. So potential, like I said, is God-given. Potential is all that you're capable of becoming. Potential is all that you have inside of you, in your DNA, whatever God planted in you. That is, potential is in you. The potential we use shapes the actions that we take. The potential we use end up shaping the actions that we take. And the actions that we take, our actions reflect on how much potential we end up unleashing. Okay, so if you don't take action, this is where death happens. Because of limited action, we have limited potential. Not because you have less potential than anyone, but because you took less action than anyone. The people you see manifesting all these amazing life examples, in our lives and in our circles, they are not smarter than us. They're just people that went past the boundary of fear. There are people that refuse to be held back. There are people that refuse to be tied down by their limiting stories. And so potential is equal for all of us. There's none of us here that has more potential than any other. We have equal potential. And this is where, I just give the glory to God that no one can brag here to have more potential than anyone else. And you never meet anyone on the planet that has more potential than you. That does not exist. And if you do, please just send me the news, because that will be breaking news. Even people that are born without hands and without legs, some of them have unleashed more potential than people with 2 legs and 2 hands. So it's not a matter of, this one is more privileged in terms of potential. God favored them in terms of potential. There's nothing like that. All of us have equal potential. It's called unlimited potential. You can literally be anything you want to be on this planet. You can be anything. And now there are studies of the human brain and the ability to stretch the human brain to do such an amazing things that we've never seen. And this has been tested in sports world, in the medical world. It has been tested by doctors. Science has proven that we are just scratching the surface on what the human brain is capable of doing at its maximum potential. Okay, so if you take less action, of course you get less results. So the more action you take, the more results you get. And our results reflect on the actions we take and really end up shaping our belief system. Okay, and our beliefs, the more results you get, the more you believe in yourself. Okay, the more results you get, the more people that have confidence in themselves, they have gotten results in that area of their life. The area of your life where you have confidence, you've gotten results in that area. Okay, let me ask you a question before we continue. Of the 4 steps from potential, action, results, and beliefs, which one do you think is the biggest leverage when it comes to getting your breakthrough? Which one do you think is the biggest leverage when it comes to getting your breakthrough? Let me see on the comment section. Okay, Edna is saying all of them. Okay, Esther is saying believe. Nadra is saying believes. Okay, great. Let me see. Julie is saying action. Yes, action. Bridget is saying action. Elizabeth is saying action. Okay, so you can see we have different mindset here. Yvonne is saying action. Okay, which one has the biggest leverage? I know all of them are important, but which one has the biggest leverage? Marie Claire, you're saying believes. Carol, thank you so much. Action. Edna, believes. Okay, which one has the biggest leverage? Which one do you think the people that really are making it in life and living the life of their dreams are applying the most? Okay, which one? All right, so let me help you here. And kindly, if you could just unmute yourself, mute yourself, make sure you're muted unless you're speaking. And also, if you can keep your video off so we can have the recording on the slide. Very good. So between potential, action, results, and belief, by the way, this is a system that has been tested over and over again, not just on my personal clients, but also on clients of so many other coaches across the world. And it's a system of awareness to get to know, okay, how much results I have today, where did I go wrong? Was it my potential? We've seen that all of us have equal potential. So we cannot fault God. All of us have equal potential. It's called unlimited potential. Was it action? Yes, of course. This is the main one. Now, those who took action, in spite of your dream, your beliefs, you took massive action, action after action after action. And maybe you took 100 action this year on a specific area of your life, and you failed in 10, and only 90 worked. And someone else, just because of their fears, insecurities, they never took a single action on their goals. And you failed, let's say even 30 times, you failed 30 times, but you succeeded in 2. You're way ahead of that person. You're way ahead of the people that are just remaining cool, calm, and collected and tiptoeing to their grave without losing, a sweat. I'm telling you. So the more actions you take, it doesn't mean you always take the right action. No. But the actions you take give you feedback. They tell you, oh, this is not working. This doesn't work. Try something else. Or you try something else. This doesn't work. Try something else. You try something. This is how success is actually, the success equation is. That if something is not working, you try something else. If something is not working, but you never stop. Now, people that stop are people that have, of course, limited beliefs about their potential. They don't believe in themselves. So you just do one and say, oh, I knew it. And most of them have what we call, they are prophetic people. They prophesy to their failure. They say, I just knew I wouldn't make it. I just knew this would not work. I just knew that relationship is doomed. And so we prophesy to our own failure. We prophesy to our own failure. And so action is the main one. If you take consistent action that are targeted, and this is what we are doing at the Breakthrough Challenge, is to target. I'll give you a process that has worked for me, because I can only teach what has worked for me. I'll give you a process that has worked for me, and we are going to test it together and test it in different key areas of life. And whether your key area is intimacy, relationships, health and fitness, whatever it is, the process applies to all of us, and will be into all areas of our lives. And I'll be unleashing it to you. But for this moment, I would like you to be aware that if you don't like your life and you don't like the way it is, it has nothing to do with God's favoring other people and not you. And it's not a curse. No one has cursed you. It's not a curse. So you just need to work on yourself and have a strategy that works. And that's what I'm sharing with you tonight. So please take a deep breath. Let's get ready. Take a deep breath into your belly. A deep breath into your belly. Make sure your belly goes out. Hold it. Count 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly out through the mouth. Very good. I want you to be energized. Get ready, because we're about to unleash your potential. And if I can make a contribution, no matter how small it is, to you unleashing your potential, then I'll sleep better tonight. Okay, great. So let's get this done. So first of all, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to be here. I really want to thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I tell you, not so many people are working on themselves. not so many people are intentional about change. Most of the human population are just okay with being okay. And so I mean, research shows that it's only 10% of the human population are working on themselves. Those that, you know, can dare raise their standard and say, this year, how this will be the best year of my life, or this career, I'll turn it around. And I believe there is something I can do where you can believe in yourself. So I really want to thank you, because the more we are in terms of the community of the tribe of people creating change, the more we are the ripple effect of that across the world. And if you're a leader, you're not just a leader of yourself. You want to lead globally. You want to be happy when you see more and more people transforming. So thank you. Thank you for being here. I know your being here will make a difference in other people's lives. So let me begin by sharing my story. And it's a story of struggle. So please get ready. It's a story of search and a story of breakthrough. It's a story of success. So let me start with my struggles. So life has a funny way of throwing challenges our ways, and I had my own fair share of challenges. And I'm talking about financial challenges, I'm talking about health challenges, family issues. I mean, you name it. I've experienced lack and limitation in all these areas, honestly speaking. There are times where, you know, I got to a place where I'm like, really? Is there really a higher power somewhere that still thinks about me? Because everything you're trying, every strategy just hits the rock. And every prayer you're making hits the roof and comes back at you. And you're like, okay. Or you have this one area that is working for you and another area that, you know, doesn't work for you at all. And, you know, even when I was starting coaching, when I decided transition from full-time ministry, for those who know me, I started off from the church. It was the most difficult time to transition into full-time coaching, especially financially. I mean, it was so broke. I used to sell books in the buses. Okay, so you've seen those guys in the bus, you know, telling you to buy stuff from them. It got so bad. I was one of those guys selling books. I remember I used to have this book by the name Genes of Greatness. But at that moment, I tell you, I didn't see any form of greatness in myself. It was struggle upon struggle until one Sunday afternoon. I remember it was after church. And I went home and looked in the mirror and I said, this is not my life. And no matter what it takes, I'm not prepared to live this life anymore. Especially when you're a man and you're provider of your family and you're going through a struggle. And I'd gotten all the strategies of starting a coaching business, all that, I'd gotten that. But I'm telling you, my mindset was not ready. So the challenge was not the strategies. I had the best in the world in terms of strategies to start a business. But my mindset was that of fear and lack and limitation. I was so uncertain, and I ended up attracting more and more uncertainty and attracting more and more lack. And my family suffered. You know, our relationship suffered, because where you're suffering financially, it affects your relationships, it affects everything around you. It even affects your relationship with your kids, everything. Okay, so I got there. And if you're in that place of lack and limitation, I want you to rest assured, I totally understand and I feel you. And I've been there myself, to the place where I felt like there is no broker than this. Like, you cannot get more broke than this, you know, a place where you feel like, okay, this is the bottomless, like there's no even going down. So now there's no even nothing to fear. And I've also gotten there in terms of my health. And this is, as a child, I was born with a condition that actually kept me in and out of hospital. For 11 years, most of my life was in hospital. And it's because my lungs were not fully developed by the time I, came into this world. And I had that condition for 11 years. And I remember this is the way I got introduced into coaching, because my dad would bring all these people to talk to me, because the sickness was beyond the doctors. It was beyond what people knew. I mean, I got all manner of prayers, and I was prayed for from all manner of miracle workers, but nothing was working. I don't know whether you've ever been there, where you've tried everything and nothing is working. Until my 11th birthday, when I was 11, and it was a miracle. I got healed through a miracle intervention. But I got this book that my dad used to read to me over and over again. And it's a book by Joseph Murphy. It's The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And my dad would read this to me over and over and explain all this stuff about the mind, the way the mind works. Joseph Murphy, that was the first book I ever knew about coaching and about possibilities and stretching yourself and becoming, creating things that don't exist in this world of 3 dimension. And, as I believe just by exposure to the knowledge of that book, actually I accessed my healing. Up to today, I believe that that's how I got my healing. It's exposure, because what you don't know, you don't know. And miracles don't just come to people who are not prepared. And so you also need to be prepared yourself to get to that place of accessing what God has ordained for you. Otherwise, it will just pass you, or you take your gift to the grave, or it becomes your story. You just be known as the sick person, or this person who struggles with this, challenge, the poor guy at the corner, the guy with relationship issues. You can actually adopt it and get known as the person that has that issue. Thank God the healing came before I bought into that story, because I've seen people buy into their stories. I've seen people live a story and they buy into it. It becomes their life. Like, yes, buy into it and even convince other people how this is their portion. I mean, hello, if you have one life, you live it to the best. And sometimes you refuse to be denied. And that's the mindset I'm calling the breakthrough mindset, is when you get to a place of your peak performance in terms of your mindset. So I never allow these struggles to define me, or even to create an identity with any of the struggles, whether it was the financial one or the health issue or even family relationships. And this is it's not to impress you, but really to impress upon you the fact that your destiny is in your hands, no matter how old you are. I tell my own children, some of this knowledge is not about age. This knowledge, you accept it, you run with it, you will create miracles in your life. You create the life of your dream. And people begin to admire you like you are any smarter than them. But like I started by saying, none of us here can claim to have greater potential than the other. We are all equal. We have the same unlimited potential. But the people who take massive action and they have the right mindset, they actually get their breakthrough and create the life of their dreams. All right. So what was my search? Again, I continued because I wanted to help people. I went on a quest for meaning, for purpose, and delved into all realms of psychology. I did theology. I'm a seeker. I'm the kind of person that when I realize something is working, on to dig deeper to the core of it. So I did all these disciplines, theology, psychology. I did leadership, neuro-linguistic programming, strategic intervention, neuroscience and the laws of nature. I did all that in search for meaning. I wanted to understand, what is this that happened to me? How did this, okay, you can say it's a miracle, but can we have some scientific understanding of this so we can teach it to other people? That was my curiosity. How can I teach it to someone? How can I teach this to someone? That was my curiosity. And because I love to help people, and of course, most people suffered, especially in their childhood, they end up becoming helpers. They really want to heal the world. They want to help people. And I'm not different from, those people. And if you're one of them, I hear you, I feel you. You just want to help the world. And so you're getting all this knowledge to get to help the world. I was determined to find what are the strategies that would help create fulfillment and success in people's lives. Okay, because I don't really like to see people suffer. All right, so that is what I'm going to share with you, my breakthrough. That's what I'm going to share with you. It happened, I experienced a breakthrough like no other. The peace of mind that, like the Bible says, surpasses human understanding became my portion. Like really, sometimes I tell people my life experience, it feels like you're lying to people, because some people are so exposed to fear and they don't believe it's true. You can actually experience a life of fulfillment and true joy and in all areas of our lives, so that even if God calls you home right now, this instant, you've done your job, you're fulfilled, you're happy, you've lived your life. Okay. And so I want to share with you the strategies that I discovered, so we can begin to actually apply. And today, because of time, we only focus with the first step. Okay, so the first step to breakthrough, what I discovered is this. The first step is to find your highest intention. Like what's the highest intention? What do you really, 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 really want? And clearly define that with crystal clarity. Be as specific and focused on the end result as possible. Like after you've gotten everything, how does your life look like? That is so crucial. And this is one of the steps that I find people bypass in terms of their manifestation, when they are manifesting the goals, the dreams of their life. What do you want? So most of us are confused, and so we bring about more confusion, because what you focus on, you get more of that. What do you really want? So I really had to rewind back to 9 years of age, when I was 9 years, and I asked myself, okay, so what really gave me the breakthrough? I was very clear what I wanted. I wanted healing. I was so clear, even in my prayers, even when people are praying, some of them, they want to talk my purpose and they don't exist. I just knew my intention. And some of us, we focus so much on what we don't want, that we never create what we want. Okay, so in this step, you're focusing on what's your intention in that area of your life that you say, okay, this is the area that I can create the greatest change. What is your highest intention? Because you can have several intentions in that specific area. What is your highest intention? Because if your intention can be, okay, so you can start with an intention like, my intention is to be more organized. And then you realize more organized is actually lower than finding love, and finding love is lower than finding fulfillment, and finding fulfillment is lower than finding God, and finding God is lower than experiencing God. So you have to go deeper, and this is what I teach my clients, to find the highest intention, because we end up living shallow intention. All right, okay, you ask someone, what do you want? Oh, I want a bike. What do you want? Oh, I just want money. Okay, take 100 bob, get out of here, you've gotten money. How much? Okay, so even money can never be the highest intention, because money in itself And it's not an intention. Money, it's a fuel. It's a fuel for a purpose, for a dream, for a vision. And so people that I meet and they tell me, oh, I just want more money. More money for what? Okay, that is someone that is not clear on their intention. And this is where we get it all wrong. When you're not clear on your intention, then you end up getting confused. You lose an entire year lost in the wilderness, moving from one thing to another because you're not clear on what you really, really want. What is your highest intention? So you have to move from one layer. You feel layers of intention from one layer to another, to another, to another, until there is nothing left. There is no layer to peel. And most of the time when you do that, when you get your intentions well, listen, when you get your intentions well, you realize you're getting the intentions not of your mind, not of your body, but of your soul, because that's who you are. We are spiritual beings. At your best, at your highest intention, you are just a part of God. You are a spiritual being. So if your intentions are to prove to your neighbors, you're better than them, well, good luck with that. Good luck with that shallowness. If your intention is to prove to the guy who took your girl, that you're better of a man, good luck with that. Those are fear-driven intentions. Intentions that are driven by fear, they don't take us far. You really want intentions that are driven by love. And you want to get to the highest intention. What is my highest intention? And I dare you, if you go deeper and deeper and deeper to your highest intention, you realize it's something that is soul driven. It's something beyond this world. And once you get clarity on that intention, those who've read my book, the Breakthrough Intervention Coaching, I laid down, a process of unleashing your intention and doing this even for other people. Once you get to your highest intention, the peace that you get, the kind of grounding that you get, the kind of, it's out of this world. And well, definitely it is, because you are accessing the real deal. You're accessing goals and dreams that actually God wants to do. It's like you're in a partnership with God. You become a co-worker with God. If you access your highest intention, you are a co-worker with God. And do you think a co-worker with God will fail? Do you think someone that is fueled by God's spirit, like, do you think that person will fail? There's no failure for such a person. You get feedback. You get feedback upon feedback, and you get better as you go. And so intention is the number one thing that you need to get clear. If you don't get your intentions clear, you go in circles. You go in circles. And you feel, oh, you get some form of success that looks like it's motivating you, then you go back to your depression. You go back to your low moment. Then you come back high, another. It's like just someone on drugs. You get high, you get low. It's frustrating year after year after year. The reason is we are not hitting the mark. We are missing the mark. We are missing the mark. And if you want to hit the bullseye, then you need to be crystal clear on your highest intention. So it's not just having an intention, it's finding what is your highest intention and really reflect on that. Ask yourself, once you write the intention that you're saying, okay, in this area of my life, my intention is dash. Ask yourself, if I've gotten this, what else is actually higher than this? Then you go to the second layer, peel it. Ask yourself, if I've gotten that, what is higher than that? If I've gotten peace, what is higher than peace? If I've gotten, service to humanity, if I've served humanity, what is next? What intention will be higher than that? And you go deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm telling you, we have no time to waste on shallow intentions. You don't have much time to waste. I mean, I see people the other day in church, we just lost a young guy, someone so young. He didn't even know he has any condition. Someone just stopped breathing in their room. You can't breathe. And the next day, the guy is dead. The guy is dead with all his dreams. This is a young person full of dreams, full of vision, but he's gone. Do you know your time? You don't know how long you've got. You know, sometimes we think, oh, I still have so much time. You don't know how much you've got. And that's why you can't waste your time on shallow intentions. You really must go to the deepest intention. What is your deepest intention? Then you must go at least 7 layers for you to find your deepest intention. If you're just going, what's my intention? Oh, find love, and you've arrived, then you know you're not thinking deeper enough. Go deeper. Allow yourself to think deeper. Ask yourself this question, because thinking is asking questions. Okay, what is thinking? Thinking is asking questions. So the quality of the questions you ask yourself equals the quality of thinking. Okay, and there are people, the questions they ask is, why me, God? Why now? Why? You can see that kind of thinking. You can ask question, okay, so what is our higher intention than this? If I really had met this fully and completely, what is our higher intention than this? You go deeper and deeper and deeper. You go deeper, and you will find, okay, coach, it would be great if you could see. You know what, I wanted to share the presentation. Please just bear with me. That's why I switched off. For those who are joining us, you wouldn't be able to see me because I'm recording this. I wanted to record the presentation. And please keep your videos off. Keep your videos off also, so that we can have the presentation. Yes, thank you. Yes, so this is the first, this is really the intervention. This is the first breakthrough. If you want to create a breakthrough, okay, someone is saying, oh, kindly, okay, well, people want to see me. I'll block some of the notes here. Yeah, here I am. You can see I'm next to the ocean. Can you see the beach? Yeah, so we are saying the first of all intention. This is the mother of everything. This is where we begin to get the labor pains of the birth of our dreams. The highest intention. You get it wrong here, you are just playing yourself. There is nothing you're doing. You're going to throw 2024 to the dustbin, and you're not going to account for anything apart from 1 year older. And so the first thing is clear intention and clear highest intention. Make sure it's the highest intention. Once you get clear on your intention, you go deeper. 7 steps. You're asking yourself, if I've gotten this, what else would be a higher intention for me? Then you go to the third one. If I've gotten this, what else would be a higher intention? You go all the way to 7th intention. Most of my interventions I've done with my clients, you reach 7 intention, you are clear on that intention. And when you are clear on that intention, they can follow through, and like I said, how do you know that you've hit the jackpot? It's a soul-based intention. It's not an intention that is fear-based. It's not an intention you're trying to prove a point to anyone. It's not an intention that brings about competition with anyone, because you're not competing with anyone. Is an intention that is authentic, is an intention that comes from that true you, your spirit being. And once you're clear on your intention, you can begin to relax, because the universe, God, will work to just make it possible. Have you ever been to that place where things look like they are conspiring to help you? Like, everywhere you go, things, people, opportunities, even places are calling you to help your dream. Have you ever been there? It's the sweetest spot to be, where things are just working for you. There's no struggle. You're just meeting the right people at the right time, the ideal client, attracting them. It's because you are operating from your highest intention. And let me tell you what happens when you're here. When you're operating from your highest intention, fear disappears. Imposter syndrome, that feeling of, I'm not good enough. Do I even have what it takes to deliver the results that is required? It disappears. And the imposter syndrome is a killer of dreams. The imposter, when you feel like you're not being yourself, you're not being authentic, it's a human struggle. And one of the ways to do that is always to align with your highest intention. And when you do that, you also want to make sure your highest intention is aligned with your values. Okay, so what are your values? What are your 3 biggest values? Let me see on the comment section. What are your 3 biggest values? What do you value the most? It could be family, it could be money, it could be you value relationships, you value love. All those are values. What do you value the most? Let me just see on the comment section. What do you consider to be your 3 greatest values? On the comment section, please. Let me see. What do you value? What are your 3 most important values? On the comment section, the 3 most important values. Okay, let me see the leaders here. Beauty, love. Wow, awesome. I like that already. Love, beauty, truth. Yes, I like that. Spirituality, family, growth. Very good. I like it. Family, health, money. Awesome. Service to humanity, family, happiness. Yes. Diligence, love, spirituality. Thank you. Peace, trust, family. Now, I want you to look at the order. You know, I'm very observant. So I like to observe people and I like to study, you know, the way when you are typing, which one came first. Okay, so it gives you a sense of self-awareness because nothing just happens, okay? And I want you to use yourself to get feedback from yourself because you're the best teacher to yourself. Relationship with God, family, service to humanity, community, awesome. Family, health, yes. Love, dependability, success, yes, awesome. Faith, growth, health, well done. You can see all of us have got. So anytime you set an intention, you want to come back to your values because your values are like, you know, it's a ground. It's what grounds you. It's something that it can ground you. And so always come back to your values. And again, you want to revise your values. Are the values I have today giving me the life that I desire? So again, with your coach, if you have a coach, ask your coach to discuss about values and have a value assessment where you can, because this is foundational to success. Values. What are my values? What do I value the most? Because values determine the decisions we make. Someone that values relationships will make a different decision than another one who values money, especially where, you know, talking about divorce. Okay, someone that values relationship will tend to hang on even when it's tough. Someone that values money will tend to only be there if money is there. Okay, so values drive decisions, whether we like it or not. So sometimes the challenge is in our values. So you want to come back to your values and really make an assessment of your values. Okay, so let me ask you another question. What 3 values must, now listen to that statement, what 3 values must you have for you to live your highest intention? Let me see on the comment section. What must your values be for you to live your highest intentions? Let me see on the comment section. What must your values be for you to live your highest intentions? On the comment section, let's go. And this is where we shift our values. What must your values be for you to live your highest intentions? So like we said, if your highest intention is one that is spiritually, you know, oriented, one that is spiritually driven and coming from your soul, then of course the value of spirituality gets a very prominent space in your value system. What must your values be for you to live and experience your highest intention? What must your values be? Let me see on the comment section. Okay, integrity and impact. Same as the current biggest values, love, beauty, and truth. Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Guru. That's amazing. Love, beauty, and truth. Authenticity, internal integrity, open to learning. Amazing. I love it. Service to humanity, spirituality, emotional mastery. Well done, Coach Bridget. Amazing. Awesome. Okay, my relationship with God and family. Thank you so much, Emazaya. Amazing. Fantastic. Honest, integrity, service to humanity, spirituality, family. Yes, good. So there are those that stuck to their values, and there are those their values have a little bit, shifted. It's always good to assess. Keep on assessing your values over and over and over again. And as you make decisions, you're asking yourself, how is this aligned with my values? Remember, this is life by your terms. If you're still living life for your spouse, then you are a little bit behind this conversation. You are one step behind. Okay, so if you're living your life for someone else, you're making these decisions for someone else, you're really a day before today. The conversation we are having here is for you. When you're making a decision, you've come to that place of making a decision for you and for your destiny. So there's not that oh, will I hurt this person? No. Remember, your highest intention is a soul-based intention. But there's still some of us that feel, if I leave this intention, then I make someone else dim their light. Then I make someone else feel small. And so they are stopped by their fear. That's not what we are talking about here. And if you're in that class, I want you to step into this class. Here we're talking about a place where you are free from judgment and you're free from fear, and you're stepping into that place of, you're getting there by stepping into your highest intention. Otherwise, fear always gives birth to fear and death, the death of your dreams, and living a life of powerlessness. And so I hear most of us, to get there, part of us must die. And some relationships end up dying. There should be no remorse to a loss that leads you closer to your highest intention. Let me repeat that. There should be no remorse to a loss that leads you closer to your highest intention. We lose a lot, and most of it is just weight. Others is just weight, is baggage on our shoulders. And sometimes we have a fellowship with our baggage. We sort of just get married to that baggage, to that story. So the baggage on your shoulder could be a story you tell yourself. And one of the biggest stories that I see and I hear among people is, I'm not good enough. And I'm not good enough, so I'm not good for that level of earning. I'm not good enough. I'm not good for that relationship. I'm not good enough. I'm not good for that love. And so because of that story, because our story influences our identity, influences our decision, influences our character and behavior, we actually resist. I've seen people, they are ready for love, but they can't love because they have told themselves the story that they are unlovable, and they have accepted it. And so they get this nice dude or this nice girl. She's just fine and she's ready. And the guy thinks they are ready. But when you get to that place of, okay, so now receiving, they can't receive. They have no capacity to receive. Why? They have told themselves a story over and over and over and over again. And that's all they see. In psychology, we call it scotoma. You get to a place where all you see is your fears, nothing else. Even when someone comes and tells you, wow, you're such a beautiful little thing. And you're like, what, me? You go like, oh, that demon-possessed dude. No. So you're not able to receive love because of your stories. Now, with this breakthrough process, we want to be able to help you to divorce that story. It's really a pity that a story, and this is how we form our stories. Some of us, it goes back to our teenage, as we are dating, as we are beginning. Some of us is our first job. That's how we get all these limiting stories, and we buy into them, and then we get married to them. And once you get married, It's a transactional relationship. You're saying, you know, there's a benefit you're getting from having that story. There's a benefit. The benefit is comfort. You're getting comfort. But then what you're not doing is something the Bible tells us: count the cost. You're not counting the cost. What is the cost of having that story? What is the cost? What are you really paying? Have you sat down with yourself, forget about even a coach, just you alone, and a notebook, and count your cost, what you're actually paying to have that story, and you write it down. You count your cost one by one and say, okay, this is my payback. I'm getting comfort because I'm not going for my dreams. I'm not falling in love. I'm not getting but I'm getting this comfort. When I say no, I feel a sense of certainty. There's always a payback to our behavior, by the way. There's no behavior. Any human being that tells you, oh, I'm just like this, no, they're lying to you. They are getting something. Whether it's drug abuse or whatever it is, any behavior that is negative, you're getting something from it. That's why you still have it. Procrastination, you're getting something from it. There's a payoff. And the payoff is clear. But then what's never clear for most people is the price. What is the price you're paying to remain the same? What are you paying? And some of the prices that we pay actually is true love. Like some of us would die without ever experiencing true love. Are you really loving yourself and attracting someone that loves you for real? And another one is abundance. Okay, we are paying the price of never experiencing abundance. And I'm not talking about a lot of money, because there are people who have a lot of money and are broke. Money just comes and passes to other channels, not them. So they are not blessed. They just have access to a lot. They have access to, you know, excess, but it's not blessing them. It's not a blessing to them. In fact, it's frustrating them. It's frustrating them. And so having a lot doesn't mean you're fulfilled. I see people excited and say, I want to be like that person. Having a lot can actually be your punishment. It can be a punishment for some of us. Okay, so we are talking about fulfillment and enjoyment and really getting to that place of true freedom. You need to assess, make an assessment on your notebook, on your coaching book. What is the payoff from this behavior, this pattern, whatever is holding me back? What is the payoff? And then number two, what is the price? What am I paying? And pay attention to the price. Because really, ideally, there are two pains on the planet that we end up experiencing. It's either the pain of regret or the pain of discipline. The pain of regret or the pain of discipline. It's either, 10 years from today, you're going to arrive. And the question is, where? And some of us, 10 years from today, we arrive to regret. 10 years from today, we'll see the fruits of discipline. And the pain of discipline is just in the moment. And when you tell yourself over and over again the story that challenges are good, challenges make me better, then really there's no pain at all in discipline, because challenges make you better. What really hurts us is the story you tell ourselves, because if you tell yourself challenges equals to pain, or God is punishing you, then you're going to feel a certain way. So watch your meaning, watch your story. What is it that you're telling yourself? So you can be clear on your highest intention, because what clouds our highest intention is the stories we tell ourselves. That story, you're not good enough. People don't like you. Why do you want to be liked? You're not money. Why do you want to be liked by everyone? Okay, why is that an intention even, to be liked? Why? Ask yourself that. Really be honest with yourself. Why would I want to be liked? Why would I want to be liked? I'm not good enough. This is so common. I'm not good enough. And this is when you go to the success cycle, the one we began with. This is what locks you into low performance, low potential, is to believe that you're not good enough, so you never take action. And so you remain in that comfort zone. That remains your story. You tell it over and over and over again. I'm not good enough. There's a payoff. The breakthrough comes when you're clear on what is the payoff and what is the price. And once you get clear on the price, make sure you get the best of it. Like what is the worst case scenario so that you can change? Because people change when they know what they are paying for. All right, great. Now, after realizing your first step, we are going to go through 5 steps. And these 5 steps I'm going to cover in the breakthrough process, the rest of the steps. After the intention, then what? After you're clear on the intention, then what do you do? So I'll be running the breakthrough challenge in the month of December from 7th to 10th of December, 7 p.m. So please diarize that so you don't miss. The 7th of December to 10th of December, 7 p.m. We are going through the rest of the 4 breakthrough. We're going to have 4 breakthrough Zoom sessions where I'll be challenging you further into unleashing your God-given potential. But that's not enough. I'll be giving you access to the Breakthrough with Jeff online program, and I want to show you what it is about and the kind of topics that we are going to address. Let me just go there. Give me a minute. This is exclusively for the people that will attend the program, my breakthrough process. Let me just go there. Give me a minute. So I'll give you access to this process even before we start. Even before the 7th, I want you to get started as soon as possible. So I'll give you all the information. There are video training here on the content that we are talking about here, changing your story, identifying the old story, how the old story is, what influences the old story, a guide to unleashing your inner fire and your true essence, making meaning out of your events, the key events of your life, challenging and reframing your story. I'm giving you step by step on what to do. You can see this is like a content for the year. Change versus transformation, embracing universality of humanity and how to make your contribution to others, creating versus reacting, mastering your body. And I've shared my own experience on that one, the vicious circles and how to break them, taking massive action, creating a compelling future, the power of language and how to change your language, creating a new story, the Project Life Vision in 7 key areas of life, the power of imagination. I'm giving you all these, liberating the grip of the past. And some of us are not able to see clearly because they are, oh, you're not able to see. Okay, let me just stop sharing this one. Just a moment. Just give me a minute. Let me share. Thank you for that. That's the beauty of having people who are active. So this is what I was sharing with you. This is my online portal, and like I'm saying, I'll give you access to this for the next 3 months. So for the next 3 months, you have full access, so you can continue, get the base, and then we are going to have a once a month meeting, once a month as a group, to just empower you to see whether you're getting the content. Each of these sessions, there is an assignment. So you do your assignment and submit. You will get feedback from myself. And also you're going to interact with the rest of the people. Like I said, I'm looking for 24 participants in this program. I can see we are 25, so we are doing well. I'm looking for 24 participants in 2024. And people that want to rewrite their history, and people that want to divorce their fears and really step up and raise their standards so they can be the person they were born to be. And I'm devoting my time to these people to help them to really unleash their potential. So what will you get from this program if you make a decision to be part of us? So one is access to what I've just shown you. You have an access to that for the next 3 months. And after 3 months, we're going to have another session like this one where if you want to go to the next level, because now you've already mastered. I've given 3 months, it's enough. 55 days actually are enough to create a new pattern. Studies now are developing, where we moved from 21 days to now 55 days. If you do it 55 days straight and you do it consistently, then you make it part of you. It's a habit. So my expectation by March, you need to raise your standard to a higher level, and you set a higher intention. We are going higher, and I'll be guiding you. And so this is a commitment to work with these 24 people for 1 year. It's 1 year coaching with Jeff. And my promise is to be here, be available, and offer you cutting edge techniques in coaching that can help you break through no matter what challenge. And also my commitment is to share authentically and share my truth, and also encourage you to do the same, because transformation only happens in that space of living your truth. And so, yes, we have 2 decisions to make here. You can continue your life the way it's been and really go through the cycles over and over again. I have no control over that. Or you can make a choice and try this dude and try this program. This is a program that I believe in will change your life, not just yours, to those you love. And I would like you to share with as many people, those that you like to bring on board. I am, we are open until we get the 24 people registered. So the key strategies you're going to learn: examining your limiting stories, aligning your beliefs with your highest intention, taking inspired action, challenging your beliefs. That you can see the repetition is for emphasis. Reprogramming your subconscious mind. Now, this is the core one, because the subconscious mind, like you all know, is the mind of our dreams, is what is projecting whatever it is, the results you see. And so the quality of what is in your subconscious mind in terms of your thoughts and emotion equals the quality of your life, the fruits that you're seeing. And then we'll be looking at meditation, how to do meditation, priming, visualization, triad of emotions, how to create a new state, living in flow, trust and surrender. That's a breakthrough right there. Visualization, imagination, all that we are going to learn together. Gratitude, living in flow. I can't wait. So what is the value of this program? So that we go to the money part. The value of this program, so I value it at 90,000 Bob. And I feel that is undervaluing it. The value of what really I feel this can deliver. But this is what I'm doing. For you to get into the program, you only need to pay 7,500, and you have everything. You have the access, you have the 3 months coaching with Jeff, you have the access to Breakthrough with Jeff, you have we are going to have 4 sessions beginning on the 7th all the way to from 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. We're going to have intervention sessions. And this is for people that came today. I'm giving everything to you for only 7,500. This is a gift. It's Christmas. It's Christmas for you. So if you're ready, you can go ahead and register. That's the till number there. My admin will just give you access immediately. You register, you get immediate access to the platform so that we meet on the 7th. Let's go through the firework. Now, in case you didn't have the 7,500 today, I would ask you to pay 2,000 bob as a commitment fee, because we're only working with people who are committed to book your slot and really get access. So please, and those who pay the 2,000 bob, just give them access. But they are supposed to, sorry, this is a mistake. This is actually the first. So you're supposed to do, let me give you up to the 3rd. By 3rd, please, you're supposed to have cleared your fee. If you want to sponsor someone, I know a few people that would like to be part of this program. Please let me know. Let me know. There are people who will be blessed differently. There are people who they can sponsor 20 people here, the entire team. And Jeff is happy and people are happy and you've made your contribution. Why not? Why not? If you like to sponsor someone, please let me know so I can give you the directions on that, and the till number remains the same. You can do the payment and send it to me, and we'll be able to help the world. What else? What else do you want to do, I mean, in this world, but to make a difference? And when you make a difference, it's so hard for you to talk about depression and stress when you're making a difference. So hard. So please take the number, and I'm looking forward to see you on the 7th of December. Let's make the next 1 year the best year of our lives. And no matter what you're going through, I tell you it's possible. And we are going to have a session where we share with one another vulnerable stories where you can get inspired. I'm telling you, this program, it will be one like you've never experienced. And so if you're interested, please register, and I'm looking forward to see you. I don't want to talk about this any more than that, because this is not a program to convince you. This is a gift to you. So please, once you do the payment, just send the message to Anne or to myself. The number is there, 0722 992 111, after you've paid your fee. Otherwise, thank you so much. I'm happy to have had this session with you and going through the first step of this breakthrough process, setting your highest intention and clarity, on your highest intention. My assignment for you tonight, as you go to sleep, before you sleep, what you do before you sleep is very crucial. And so I would like you to, before you sleep, go back to your intention. What is my highest intention? And if you're not clear, if it's not soul-based intention, ask yourself, what if I had this fully fulfilled, what else would I ask for? What else would be a higher intention for me? Otherwise, thank you so much. God bless you. Good night and see you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you. Good night. God bless.